Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Team GOWGO Wrestling Podcast. We are your hosts, Blitzball Champ, and on the other line via Skype, Hollywood Cinema. What's going on?
Not she's.
We got quite a storm going on in the background.
The hurricanes are brewing.
Yeah. I know we got a lot of rain over here in Wake Forest, so I just happened to park my car in the driveway and I stepped right into a puddle as I got out the car.
Nice!
So, yeah, that was fun.
Bet it was.
But nonetheless, it's been a good day.
Good.
So, we got quite a bit to talk about.
Yeah, we do.
So, we just recently had the Melbourne, Australia WWE Super Show-Down pay-per-view. Yeah. Let's go ahead and knock that out, shall we?
Aight.
Okay, first up, had the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, and the New Day defeated the Bar to retain the titles. Nothing too crazy special, to be honest with you. I mean, we've seen the Bar versus the New Day tons of times. I mean,
Yep.
I can't say that this is any more better than any of the other meetings. I mean, which, most of them have been, on point. Nothing terrible, but nothing, like, super, super crazy.
They're all good wrestlers. New Day has better chemistry with the Usos than Sheamus and Cesaro, to me.
Yeah.
Just on a match, just at a match level.
Mm-hmm.
They just always have had better chemistry with them because there's a lot more jumping around and doing crazy shit.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, it's noticeable. But, I mean, yeah. Typical victory for the New Day over the Bar. Typical rivalry. Nothing less than what I expected.
They come out on top.
Alrighty. And then we had the SmackDown Women's Championship match, which Charlotte technically did get the victory, but it was via disqualification over Becky Lynch when, as she was trapped in the figure 8, Becky Lynch used the title against Charlotte, and thus for getting herself disqualified.
Genius.
Yeah, definitely a very heelish move, yet still greatly cheered by the fans.
Because she has a reason for everything. I mean, technically she didn't have a reason for that, just to keep her, other than to keep her belt.
Right.
But yeah, still Charlotte gets shot after shot. Screw it. She didn't have. She never has to. That chick will keep. She keeps her number one contendership no matter what happens.
Yeah, that's pretty much what the case is. I mean, I know, by her losing that way, it's a potential jab to try to, get more heat on her, but that just,
didn't work.
Nope. Didn't work at all. So, yep. Becky Lynch walked away, still champion, even though Charlotte technically got the victory. This next match I did not really care at all about, and just, it was like a extended bathroom break for me. Although I caught, a little bits and pieces of it. So John Cena teamed up with Bobby Lashley and defeated Kevin Owens and Elias. I mean, I don't really know what else there is to say. I mean, John Cena had a slick haircut, and that's all that was really noticeable.
So gross.
I mean, the whole idea of Bobby Lashley and Cena teamed up just does nothing for me.
And it's a 2005 wet dream, but nobody give a shit about that now.
Pretty much.
It's over. Hades behind them.
Yeah. Um. So the Iconics got the hometown victory over Asuka and Naomi. Um. The only thing
Who
I was
wants up
annoyed
against her?
was the match was extremely short. But I mean, hey, what happened? I guess it makes sense. I mean, it's a hometown win for the Australian Billy Kay and Peyton Royce. So I mean, it is what it is.
Garbage.
I'm disappointed, but I mean, you know, it's obvious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you didn't expect anything crazy to happen.
Yeah. Um.
Excuse me.
And once again, AJ Styles, WWE Champion AJ Styles, defeated Samoa Joe. Not only did he defeat Samoa Joe,
Ugh,
he made him tap out to the calf crusher.
so insulting. Poor Joe.
Poor Samoa Joe.
He comes in super hot, and everybody loves it, and he still loses.
I mean, that's just. Honestly, if that doesn't hurt, I don't know what else does, because that's just. That's
Just there
just.
to make
Oh.
champions look good.
I mean, I understand it was against AJ Styles, but dang. I didn't think they would have it so that they would have just Samoa Joe tap out.
Yeah, so now, oh god, just, Joe.
Ugh. But AJ Styles is still your champion. I mean,
Still
which
October.
I mean,
I'm sick of AJ's champ. I'll just say it right
I
now.
mean,
So
I
bored of
kind
this
of
shit.
I can see both sides of it. I mean, I can see him holding on to the title to, be the one to square off against Daniel Bryan, and at the same time, I can see Samoa Joe's side because he deserves to be WWE champion.
Yeah, I would have been fine with him being the transitional champion,
Really?
but they couldn't even let him do that.
Yeah. That just poor Samoa Joe.
So stupid. I'd rather him not
Um,
even be in these feuds. If that's going to be the outcome every time.
what was that?
I'd rather him not even do the feuds if that's going to be the outcome every time.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're right. You're absolutely right. Um, Ronda Rousey and the Bella Twins teamed up and defeated the Riot Squad, which
Should have turned her.
I know we're gonna get into it later, but I might as well bring it up now. Of course, the
I'll save him
Bellas
some time.
did turn against Ronda Rousey the Raw afterwards, which honestly,
Should have done that at Super Showdown.
I feel like it should have been at Super Show. I agree,
It's a
but
big show, big stage.
and
Joe heard that the only reason she won that big match is because of you, and you can at least claim that. We all know it's not true, but
that's another thing that I don't get. What's up with all the heel turns after winning matches? I don't get that.
it's real weird.
Like, with it happening at the pay per view, I can kind of be like, oh wow, big turn happened at the pay per view. But just typically, when a team wins and then one turns heel afterwards, despite winning, it just I don't know. It just makes it look watered down to me.
Yeah, it doesn't feel as good.
I could see if the Bellas and Ronda Rousey lost and there was a heel turn out of pure frustration, but I just really feel like the way they did it wrong.
Definitely. So wrong.
Hey, turn your volume up a little bit.
Okay. Da, 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 da. Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can.
There we go.
Do.
But I mean, I don't really know what else to say about this match, but
Literally nothing.
moving on. So, Super Showdown in Melbourne, Australia is the event that we saw crown a new WWE Cruiserweight Champion in Buddy Murphy.
fair.
That's 2 hometown victories. I mean, you know what? It is what it is. Cedric Alexander had a long streak. You know, he's had the title for a long time. So, I mean, I guess it was bound to happen. This just seemed to be like the best time, being that it's Buddy Murphy and it's in his hometown.
Yeah.
So, now how long will he have the title? That remains to be seen, because if they can build him up to being like a heel champ properly,
Yeah.
it might work.
Oh, it definitely could. But who's
You know,
to say that it will?
I mean, Buddy Murphy is great in the ring. I mean, he's got the ability. I mean, he's got the attitude. He's got the look. So, I mean, it could work out.
I mean, it definitely could.
We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, it was a great match. It was a great match. I mean, he kicked out of the lumbar check. But yeah, Buddy Murphy, new cruiserweight champion. And it's always cool to see even heel wrestlers in their hometown still interact with the fans as he did.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
It's cool that they're willing to, break script and do that. Because I mean, it's enough reason to do that.
Yeah, you're in your hometown and it doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
Nobody. It is in the old days where it looks weird.
Yeah, and even the Iconics did the same thing. Even after their victory, they interacted with some of the fans. So, I mean, it makes sense. So, the Shield beat Braun Strowman, Drew McIntyre, and Dolph Ziggler. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what else to really say.
There is nothing to say. It's all trash.
And then, very, very, very quickly, and by a small package, Daniel Bryan defeats The Miz to become #1 contender and gets a title shot at AJ Styles for the WWE Championship at Crown Jewel.
Another quick match.
Yeah, but it seems like this was finally the time to go ahead and get Daniel Bryan his championship match and win one over on The Miz.
Yeah, it's just so quick. So weird.
Yeah.
All that build up for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of one of those, ha 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 ha, I outsmarted you, you're out, sort of situations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's retarded, but I mean, that's the only thing I can draw from it.
Yeah.
And then the main event, Triple H versus Undertaker, which Triple H was able to get the victory over the Undertaker. There was a lot of interference, which, it was a no disqualification match.
Yeah.
Involving Shawn Michaels and Kane.
As expected.
Yep. But, they had a moment where they stood in the ring, hands raised, and then the Brothers of Destruction took their frustrations out and destroyed Triple H and Shawn Michaels after the match.
Yes, they did. Oh.
But overall, Super Showdown was, I mean...
From what I hear, they had quality matches, but it sounded like a house show.
Pretty much.
I've been to those before. I'm good. I mean, I like the idea of them airing these house shows. I just wish it wouldn't affect so much as it seems to. They shoehorn it in there so hard.
Because, I mean, to be honest, the only matches that I really thought were entertaining were Becky Lynch and Charlotte, AJ Styles and Samoa Joe, and the Cruiserweight Championship match, Buddy Murphy, Cedric Alexander.
The expected standouts.
You know?
The other matches were kind of booked to be trash from the get-go.
I mean, yeah, the Shield versus Braun Strowman, Drew McIntyre, and Ziggler had a tiny little morsel of highlights, but nothing that really just...
Those guys don't put on those kind of matches anymore.
No, especially not consistently.
The last great Seth Rollins match was against The Miz.
Oh, dude, that was like
that gauntlet match, and then the one against The Miz. Those are the last great Seth Rollins matches I can remember.
His first match with Drew McIntyre coming back wasn't bad. You remember that one?
Yeah, kind of.
That one wasn't bad.
Wasn't into it, but I get it because Drew McIntyre shouldn't be on fucking Raw.
But then again, Drew McIntyre shouldn't be in a tag team right now. But whatever.
True. A lot wrong with that.
Yeah, no kidding. But now we're gonna close the book on Super Showdown.
Yay! Screw that house show.
Yep. Okay. Let's get into some Mae Young Classic. So, the last 4 matches of the second round took place. I have to say, very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. So, first up, we had Io Shirai versus Xerxes, which Io Shirai did get the victory, but I will say that she did take a beating a little bit. Xerxes actually got in some decent offense, and it didn't look one-sided.
Now, when that moonsault looked gross.
Which one? Xerxes.
The one
or
of them.
Io?
Oh no, Io.
The way she landed to
on the knees.
No.
Like,
she
barely touched her.
Yeah, like it was
she
more
down
like
on her
she
thighs
moonsault
and or knees, shins.
It was like she moonsaulted right into the cover.
Yeah, it was really weird. I don't like
You know what I mean? Like it didn't look damaging. No. That's what I take from it.
That's the second moonsault that looked like trash. Because the one on Zia with the knees right in the chest, that looked gross. Gross too.
Yeah, but this one, I think it was mainly to protect her. Just with the way it looked. The way it looked just doesn't look dazzling as it usually does. That's all. At least that's what I take from it. But aside from that, I mean, the match was all right. You there? I think I lost him. Yep, I think I just lost him. 1 second. I lost my co-host. See if I can try to get my co-host back. Let's get the co-host back. Are we back? Oh, man.
Hello?
Yeah, I lost you.
Sure did. I'm back.
Okay. So overall, despite the moonsault, the match was all right.
Yeah.
Between Io and Xerxes. Didn't think it would be the first match of the night, but hey.
Me either.
Next, I'm gonna tell you right now, this was my favorite match of the night. Deonna Purrazzo versus Xia Li.
Nah.
This was a great match, and I have to say, Xia Li looked great in this match. Just attitude-wise, offense-wise, like, it was literally back and forth. It really made Xia Li look even more legit from this match. Even though she did lose, which, Deonna Purrazzo was going to get pushed. I mean,
Of course.
But Xia Li definitely looked great in this match. And I felt like the way this match went was excellent both ways.
It's good. It was a very good match.
But the finish, oh my goodness, it made me cringe. Like, she didn't only just do the Fujiwara armbar, she locked in the rings of Saturn and just a torque on both her arms. Like, her hands were turned the other way in order for her to tap out.
Yeah.
Like,
that was crazy.
It looked so sick. I was just like, oh, geez, please tap, please tap, please tap. Just tap. Live to fight another day.
Right?
But kudos to Deonna Purrazzo for the victory, but kudos to Xia Li. Like I said, thankfully she signed, and I just hope from her showing in the Mae Young Classic that she gets to get showcased more. I mean, she got 2 victories.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah.
Some people don't even get that.
So, I mean, I hope to... Or actually, no, she got 1 victory. I'm sorry, 1 victory. But yeah, like, it would be really good to see more of that. All right. After that, we had Tegan Nox versus Nicole Matthews. This match didn't seem that long.
It did not.
Yeah. It just didn't seem that long. I mean, just out of nowhere, Tegan Nox hit the shiniest wizard and just, yeah, that was it.
That's it. That was all.
I mean, it was kind of a mediocre match, only because it was short. But
yes, it was surprising how short it was.
Yeah, I expected it to be a little bit more intense. But
guess that's what the next one's going to be for.
And the main event was Mia Yim versus Caitlyn. This definitely was main event material.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was so back and forth. It was crazy. I mean, Caitlyn kicked out of the Eat Defeat. Mia Yim kicked out of the spear. I was just like, dang. Like,
yeah, they beat the hell out of each other.
Yeah. And then just out of nowhere, locked in a knee bar and got a submission victory. Showed a little Shayna Baszler there.
Yeah, she did. They kept talking about how she lives with her.
Yep. She was actually in attendance too with two other of the 4 horsewomen. Yeah, they were in attendance. Ricochet was in attendance. But yeah, great match. Great show of respect afterwards. But I don't know, dude. Think this is the end of Caitlyn?
I had literally heard nothing, so I'm gonna say that it is.
I mean,
at least for the time being.
I mean, honestly, like, it seemed like her return. I mean, even though it was short-lived, it was just kind of one of those
nice to see her back.
What's that?
It was nice to see her back and all her thirst trappiness.
Wow, really?
Oh yeah, have you seen her Instagram? It is a thirst trap, and I am a thirsty fellow.
Oh, that's terrible. But it just seemed like one of those hey, let me see if I can still do this again. And she clearly can.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, you think she'll get signed?
Oh, I don't know. I don't really see it happening.
I think for me personally, it's just hard to be able to make room for her.
That's kind of exactly what the thing would be.
Like,
They already don't do anything with a lot of girls. Women, there'd be no point,
yeah.
unless you're just trying to pad the roster, or you're trying to do tag. If you're trying to do tag teams, you can find her somebody to beat. She could team up with Dana Brooke Pro. I give a shit. I like that team. Hello,
The thick team.
that is my kind of team. For sure.
Wow.
But, yeah.
So we have our quarterfinal matches set. So we have Meiko Satomura versus Lacey Lane. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't see Lacey Lane winning this, but I see this being another exciting match. But,
should be pretty good. Yeah, I don't see Lacey Lane winning that one at all.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go Meiko Satomura. We'll go to the semifinals. We got Toni Storm versus Mia Yim. This too will also be a great match, but I think this is where Mia Yim's journey ends.
Oh yeah.
And Toni Storm will make it to the semifinals, which if that goes like it's supposed to, that means it would be Toni Storm versus Meiko Satomura in the semifinals. And then on the opposite side of the bracket, Tegan Nox versus Rhea Ripley. Ooh. Yeah. Sorry.
Can you imagine what's about to happen next?
Sorry, Tegan, but
you already know what's about to happen.
Rhea Ripley's going to get this one.
This is where it happens, bud.
Yeah, I haven't forgotten.
This is where it occurs. This is where all my shiny wizard dreams were smashed.
But
and then I basically checked out.
Oh.
Not checked out, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
she was
your pick. She was your pick.
She's my favorite. She's my favorite everything.
Right.
I mean, even just when I randomly found her wrestling on WCPW, on Woke Culture Pro Wrestling, I just randomly said, "Oh, there's a YouTube wrestling thing. I watch What Culture. They have a wrestling thing. That's cool." And I was like, "Oh, the first match is a women's match. This is great." Then the next week, she has a match with another match, and it's a hardcore match, and I see her literally do some stuff I've never seen done before, and I'm just like, "This chick is awesome and a cutie pie."
Yeah, she's good looking too.
She is. I am a fan of hers.
She's the only woman I've ever seen execute a Canadian destroyer.
She's really good.
Yeah. Suicide dives and all that sort of stuff. I'm like, dang.
She's very Daniel Bryan-y.
Yeah. Yeah, that much is true.
That kind of scares a lot.
But Rhea Ripley advances to the semifinals.
Yeah.
Io Shirai versus Deonna Purrazzo. Which is interesting because it was noted that these two did face each other in Japan. And with, Io Shirai getting the victory ultimately. But it just only reminds me that their chemistry will be great in the ring.
They're definitely experienced each other.
But I think Deonna Purrazzo will get her trapped in the Fujiwara armbar once, but not enough to tap out.
Io Shirai is going over.
Which would mean the semis for that side would be Rhea Ripley versus Io Shirai.
And what can you imagine happens there?
A hard-hitting match.
Because we already know what one of them is doing after. So she'll be a little busy.
True. Oh, she'll be very busy.
You know, the other one can actually be ready for Evolution.
Yeah.
Oh, I also have to tell you after that I can tell you the other news that happened after that. So you got more news coming.
Cool. Cool. Um. Definitely, match of the night for me was uh Deonna Purrazzo Xia Li. Alrighty. You want to add anything else to the Mae Young Classic?
No, it was awesome. I love the Mae Young Classic. I wanted to be a women's only show.
That would be cool.
I would love that. I'd
And
watch that every.
and it does make me seem to wonder what else they're going to show after the quarterfinals, since semifinals is 2 matches, and
Oh, there's gonna be six women tags and tag matches and stuff like that.
sweet. Looking
I can
forward to
take
that.
You get some 6 women matches.
It'll be interesting to see what teams they pair up.
One I know you can lose your mind over.
Oh, you have to
Because
tell
it's
me
got
after
Purrazzo on it.
you have to tell me after the show.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who else it is, but yeah, it's definitely got your girl on it, Purrazzo. She
Oh,
loves it.
sweet. Let's see. On to, well, honestly, dude, this was a rough week for WWE.
Yes, it was. A lot of shitty finishes.
So, Raw. Honestly, I don't really know what the heck they're trying to do.
Ruin it all. Because they don't care about it. They don't have to.
So DX is back, and we're gonna have a tag team match with the Brothers of Destruction at Crown Jewel.
Crown Jewel. I don't care. I should really care, but they've done this to the fact where I can't get excited for another DX reunion.
Not excited for Shawn Michaels?
I mean, always, but just I was excited the last time they came back. You know?
Yeah.
I didn't need to see it a third time.
Yeah.
This one was fine, and that had the Spirit Squad, and I was totally cool with that. And then they came back again, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I was just doing way too much.
But Shawn Michaels has no hair.
He does not, so they kind of look the same.
Yeah.
It was a good promo. I would say it's a real good. It was a real good promo.
Yeah.
I like that whole. It's good.
But yeah, Shawn Michaels returns to the ring.
Yes, he do.
Be interesting to see how he does.
I am very curious.
I don't see him doing any moonsaults or kip ups though.
Oh, if he does a kip up, everybody's gonna lose their fucking mind. But it's gonna be in Saudi Arabia, where the fuck it's at. So no, they won't.
They might still lose their mind.
It's not gonna. You know good and well. Half those people don't seem that interested. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It's questionable.
Like the kids will get all into it, but yeah, I don't see it.
It definitely wouldn't be as big of a pop as if it was in America.
Minds.
But I mean, who knows? What if his? Because I don't think he will, because of his back and everything. But it would surprise the mess out of me if he did. So, the first of these double turns, Bobby Lashley comes out as a face to go up against Kevin Owens, defeats Kevin Owens, and shows ruthless aggression.
Very John Cena.
As ordered by Lio Rush, the hype man.
Yeah, that was weird too. I was like, so is he your handler now? Like, he tells you what to do?
Not only that, but now Kevin Owens is injured. And it is said that he will need ankle surgery.
Yep.
And he will be out for a handful of months. Dang. Dang, so Sami Zayn is out and Kevin Owens is out.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Poor Kevin Owens. But who knows? Like, maybe they'll come back around the same time. I don't know.
Yeah, I just don't know anymore.
But that's a big blow there. But yeah,
Yes, it is.
Bobby Lashley full on heel now.
That's so weird. Then he ends up interrupting Bailey and what's her face?
Balor.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had the Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey and the Bella Twins team up and once again defeat the Riot Squad. And then all of a sudden afterwards, the Bellas attack Ronda Rousey. And
Yeah, that was weird.
turn heel.
I did not like it.
The way it was done was stupid. And then the interview afterwards, it's a Bella-lution.
Oh, God.
Like, did they really just say that?
They did.
Oh, my God. Like, and just like that, Nikki Bella gets a title shot at Evolution.
Yep, just because she beat her up. Not because she earned it, but because of who she is and who she is still dating.
Well, it was either her or Botchmania Brie.
Yeah, that was going to happen.
I mean, pick your poison.
Yeah, also bad.
Shoot, just that's one of those things where just like she can do a few things, just don't let her kick anybody. Just please don't let her kick anybody. No yes kicks. The yes kicks are banned for you.
Yeah, no more. She shouldn't even been doing them in the first place.
Well, I mean,
because her
her husband's Dan O'Brien, so.
I know, and it's gross. You can't do your own shit, bitch. You've never done them before. All of a sudden, now that's like your whole deal.
Well, at least it was better than the freaking Bella Buster, which all it is just a X Factor.
I know. X Factor is a good move.
Yeah, but too many people have done it. X-Pac has done it. Ivory has done it.
X-Pac and Ivory are the only people that should.
But, I mean, yeah. Finn Balor and B&B, Balor and Bailey, defeated Jinder Mahal and Alicia Fox. Ugh. That team is in shambles.
So bad.
And there was a global battle royal for the World Cup in which Kurt Angle, dressed up as a conquistador, gets the victory.
Yep.
So Kurt Angle will be in the WWE World Cup tournament at Crown Jewel.
Yep. For some reason.
And apparently he's still technically on vacation.
Of course he is.
Next up, we have probably the most pointless match of the card. Ember Moon beat Nia Jax via countout.
Yeah, whatever.
The most pointless match on the card. Why? Like,
makes no sense.
There was nothing even built to that. We gotta fill an empty space. We know you two are technically you two wrestle. Just fill like 10 minutes. Just wrestle. So stupid. That honestly, that was probably the bathroom break of the night.
Yeah.
Shoot, you can take an extended bathroom break and visit the concession
Raw.
stands for that.
You can take 3 bathroom breaks during friggin' Raw. So bad.
And then, of course, we have the official slight alteration of the Evolution card, where now Lita and Trish Stratus will team up and take on Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. And they have one of the dumbest tag team
The
names
worst
that you could
name.
think of. The
Worst
Besties is best for business?
So bad.
Like, what?
So
Like,
bad. The worst thing I've heard.
oh my god.
One of the worst things I've ever heard.
I thought Doink the Clown miraculously came back to life after hearing that.
I at least enjoyed Doink the Clown as a kid.
Dude, like, really? That's their tag team name?
So bad. And apparently that was the idea all along, was to have a tag match. They just introduced the idea of singles matches to get the swerve because they couldn't reveal that Nikki Bella was going to turn on Ronda.
Yeah.
So they
had to pull a twin magic.
They had to lie. But everybody's used to stuff changing, so nobody gives me shit. Most companies would have been like giving a shit if that had been found.
That's why they say on every event, cards subject to change.
Yeah, but if that shit happened in Impact, they would have lost their fucking mind.
Yeah.
Although that's about every Sunday, so that should be interesting.
So Bobby Roode and Chad Gable beat the Ascension. Then the AOP attack.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I don't really care about that anymore. Just Bobby Roode and Chad Gable make no sense together. The Ascension is, 9 feet deep into the ground ever since they came to the main roster. AOP with Drake Maverick still confuses me.
Yep.
I don't know, dude. What do you think?
I think it's all trash.
I guess this is what you would call the equivalent of a filler episode.
Oh, yeah, but it's been filler for the last few seasons, quote unquote, of Raw.
Yeah.
I feel like the Roman era is going to be noted as like great wrestling, horrible, horrible product. It's a horrible, horrible product.
And now, once again,
the
Intercontinental Championship is back to being nothing.
So insulting. They cannot focus on anything and give it and it doesn't even make sense. Because it's not like you haven't seen stuff that worked before, right? Like champions mean stuff. Like it boggles.
Because you know me. You know how prestigious I always have enjoyed the Intercontinental Championship.
Intercontinental Championship's friggin' amazing.
Yeah.
It's on design alone, and then they just fucking shit all over it every time. It's like they do good with it for like a year.
Yeah.
And then they just say, who gives a shit about it, right? Nobody gives a shit about this belt, right?
And that's the belt that I felt like over generations has had the most consistent good designs.
Yeah. I love Triple H versus The Rock ladder match for that belt, okay?
Yeah.
I love when Triple H beat Jeff Hardy for that belt during the Power Trip.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. But, dude, man. It just means nothing right now.
Literally nothing.
It's been the same 2 to 3 people. Well, lately it seems like 2 because it seems like Dolph Ziggler, Seth Rollins, Dolph Ziggler, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre.
No new contenders, open challenges no more.
Like, dang, can we get some talent surrounding the Intercontinental Championship? Like, come on.
Great.
Just recently, you were breaking records with the thing with The Miz. Now it's like,
who gives a shit about it, right?
We still have the Intercontinental Championship. Like,
all about it.
It bothers me because that's one of my favorite WWE Championship belts.
It's amazing.
That and the light heavyweight championship. Those are like my top 2. But and the undisputed championship.
I like the WWE Championship, the rounded design, not the one that's shaped like an eagle at the top.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Attitude Era. Triple H was with the McMahon Helmsley era and all that.
Right
So
on.
good with the blue. Ooh, so good.
Yeah, dude. Intercontinental Championship has had the best designs.
Definitely, this is a beautiful championship. Also, like the European Championship, the way it looks good.
And Paul Heyman does what he does best.
Hype
Dress.
up, his man is not there.
Yep. All for Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. Just get it over with already.
Right?
And then Braun Strowman, Mr. Ziggles, and the Scottish Dragon beat the Shield. Dean Ambrose takes a walk.
Yep, that was really weird.
Yeah. And he's now like, I don't know what to do now.
Why?
These folks don't need me. I don't think I'm needed anymore.
You know, you just like won a match like the other Saturday.
Yeah.
Like Saturday earlier, last Saturday, you won a match with them. What's different now?
Well, you know, the whole thing is because he doesn't have a championship.
Oh my God! Why don't you just ask him to bring back the European Championship?
Dude, that would rock. I would totally be for that.
And if you want a championship, you got to take out the people who have it. So what the fuck?
I mean,
Can't hang out with the guys who have it, covet it, and not even try to get it through. Like, even not even trying to be an asshole about getting it, but just trying to get it. Like, oh, I'll try to win some matches, be no more contender just to earn it. Nope, can't even do that. You just got to be weird about it.
my thing is, look here. If y'all gonna turn him heel, just go ahead and freaking get it over with and just be done with it.
They're elongating it for no reason. Like they're completely just kind of ruining it. They're just, by the time it actually happens, it's going to be too late. It's going to be like Sasha and Bayley all over again.
You know, and it's just,
Nobody wants that.
it just makes Dean Ambrose's return look like bland.
Definitely.
But anyway, that's it for Raw. It's garbage.
Straight garbage.
But you know what else was garbage?
What?
SmackDown.
Yeah, that was just very disappointing. How many matches did it end up being? 3?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, I can't believe it.
Yeah, it's actually 4. So we had the SmackDown Women's Championship match. Becky Lynch tries to cheat or get herself disqualified. She loses the title. Ended in a double countout.
Mm-hmm.
And now transitions to another championship match for the SmackDown Women's title at Evolution, and will be a last woman standing match.
Yes, it will.
Well,
maybe this will finally be it, and Charlotte can win, and Becky can look like an idiot.
oh, so you believe Charlotte will win it back?
I'm getting the feeling. It's just Charlotte's lost a lot in a row, and I'm just like, why do we keep doing this? I just know how they usually get with Charlotte, and it's starting to be like, okay, they haven't pulled the trigger yet, but we all know it's coming.
But would that just also just fuel Becky Lynch's rage even more?
Yep.
Because it just doesn't seem like
it should have ended.
I don't think this rivalry is going to end, regardless of the outcome.
I kind of feel like why? I don't know. It's such a thing at this point that it's like Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. There's a point where you reach you get the chance to actually end it on a good note, and they don't, and you're just kind of stuck watching a lifeless thing continue on until they finally decide to put it out of its misery.
I'm skeptical as to whether or not they will reach that point at
They did
Evolution.
it. They do it with all those ones we want. Bailey, Sasha, friggin' shit. Even Miz, Daniel Bryan so far. We got the Miz and Mizdow.
Yeah.
They have a habit in the modern era, especially, of just getting you right there. Later on, you'll mention the Aiden English Rusev thing.
Yeah.
That just petered out. That last segment could have been the end of it, and we can no longer do this anymore.
Right.
Because you kind of let all the air out of the balloon, and it's no longer interesting.
Mm-hmm.
They do it all. They're doing it with Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
They did it with Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns previously. Like, it was just like, ugh, come on, yo.
Yeah. But
Samoa Joe, AJ Styles.
yeah. And speaking of Samoa Joe, so Samoa Joe had a World Cup qualifying match, but lost against Jeff Hardy. And it looks like he is injured as well.
That's not good.
But hopefully, maybe this one isn't as serious as Kevin Owens' injury.
No, yeah.
But
bad.
Poor Samoa Joe. Like,
Can't get a break.
Like that title loss, that title opportunity loss just buried him even deeper in the ground.
Yep. Makes him like Bray Wyatt. They're turning him into the new Bray Wyatt. Talks a good game, but can't win.
It's ridiculous.
It's just, and we all know what they did with the Bray Wyatt. They ruined him.
Oh, they demolished Bray Wyatt.
But they did the same thing to him. They had him come in white hot, destroying these guys, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, we can't have him actually win any of this stuff. So
and he
we'll
he did win the title though.
Yeah, but by then he'd already been damaged goods by the time he won a title. He should have won a title when he was facing John Cena and shit. Like when he was facing Daniel Bryan and John Cena, that should have been with the title around his waist.
Yeah, because he had an extremely short title reign.
Yeah, he had a very short title reign, and it meant nothing in the long scheme of things.
Right.
I mean, I'm surprised you remember that he's a champion. Because it's largely forgotten.
That was the only tiny bit of credibility. Just doesn't really amount up to what it could have been.
Yeah, no, it could have been great, but nope. Couldn't even.
I mean, it's something he can put on his resume. Hey, I was
former. Yeah, when he's sitting at a table somewhere signing autographs.
Yeah.
in some convention center somewhere.
I mean, the only thing that maybe put him over a little bit was that he was champion longer than Jillian Hall was Divas champion.
Well, yeah. Or Kane was WWE champion the first time.
Yeah. Which that was so jacked up with Jillian Hall. She's a great wrestler too. She should have at least had a title run.
Her gimmicks always made her look like a doof.
Oh, the singing gimmick?
I mean, they always made her look stupid.
Well,
she had
I was okay with that more than the freaking
you were okay with the mole
on her face.
Okay, I'm about to say the mole was stupid. The singing one was fine. It was shitty, but it was fine.
And then had dang on Boogeyman bite it off her face. I was like, goodness gracious.
Yeah, that was bad. That was real bad. That was hella bad.
Oh man. What was I thinking? Oh. So Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles is on Miz TV, and they made fun of the Miz on his own show, and
The Miz saved that promo.
Yeah.
I did like that they shook the hands in the whole Ring of Honor style. That was nice.
Yep.
Code of Honor. I was like, oh, nice. Nice little cheap call out.
Yeah. But I mean, it was, it was expected.
Yeah, no, it was totally expected.
AJ Styles did have a good match with Shelton Benjamin.
Dude, when Shelton Benjamin gave him that knee when he went from the first phenomenal forearm, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Then he just ate a phenomenal forearm and it was over.
Shoot. Shelton Benjamin, that's another one I wouldn't mind seeing with a title back around his waist. U.S. title, Intercontinental title, like, shoot.
He's so good.
He deserves a decent title run. And he was a great Intercontinental champion.
He was. I'd explained that to Emily. Emily, Beautiful Nightmare, the wife, was saying, because whenever he came out and they were like, oh, AJ knows, like, she was like, oh, look at AJ. He's looking at him like, who is this guy? I was like, no, he knows who Shelton Benjamin is.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. If you are a wrestler, you know who Shelton Benjamin is. He's that dude.
Yes.
He was Kofi before Kofi.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the way I explained to her.
And he had a pretty dang on good long Intercontinental title run.
Raw, he faced off against Chris Jericho, Ric Flair, and Randy Orton for the IC belt on multiple occasions.
Yep.
Yeah. He that dude.
Yeah.
Shelton Benjamin, he's respected.
Got put way over, with his matches with Triple H.
Matches against Chris Benoit. Yeah, no.
And Shawn Michaels. Oh, man.
Yeah, world's greatest tag team.
Oh, yeah. Him and
Team Angle. Yeah, no. Him and Hot. Yeah, no.
And
I was like, Shelton Benjamin is somebody to know.
Yeah.
He is in Japan, he was killing it.
Japan,
before
ROH. Even in the last stint of ECW when he had that great TLC match with Christian.
Yeah, it was great. I loved it.
I
was conflicted as all hell during his feud with Christian. I was so conflicted. I love them both.
Yeah, dude, Shelton Benjamin, like,
he's a Hall of Famer. He's so good.
Dude, even at the age he is now, he can still get it done.
His matches are still amazing.
Like,
because I generally don't watch Daniel Bryan matches anymore. I'll just tell you that right now. There are certain wrestlers I can't watch their matches anymore because they're just going to be the same shit. I already know what a Daniel Bryan match is going to look like at this point. He's been Rob Van Dam or John Cena at this point.
Yeah, but he's still entertaining.
I know, but I watched his matches from before. I liked them better then, to be honest. Back in the day.
Jeez. Shelton Benjamin is 43 years old.
Damn, I thought it was just 40. I didn't know it was 43.
Dang. Dude, that's crazy. And apparently 6'2", 248 pounds. Dang, he's almost 250 pounds. I didn't think he was that heavy.
Me either.
Dang, big guy can move and still get it done.
Still jump up like a crazy person. He was the first person I ever saw do the jump up on the top rope, catch the person on the top rope. Ever. First person I ever saw do it.
Oh, yeah.
Blew my mind. He jumped up there in one fell swoop. I was like, oh my God.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
He was half man, half amazing. They even called him that for a little bit. It was great.
He's the one that I first saw him do that, that dragon whip kick where he catches the leg, tosses it, and he like does a full rotation into a spin kick. Like, man, Shelton Benjamin was the real deal. Honestly, he could probably go until age 46 or 47.
Yeah, for what he can still do.
I mean, he'll probably be in maybe the 2025 Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he's the first ballot Hall of Famer for sure.
You think he'll be first ballot?
I mean, to as much as they go, I don't know, like kind of the exact the way they do it, but yeah, I would think so.
Just a little resume check. He's a 2-time Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion with Charlie Haas, of course.
Of course.
He's a 1-time United States Champion, a 2-time WWE Tag Team Champion with Charlie Haas, and he's a 3-time Intercontinental Champion. Whoa, he won it 3 times?
Yeah, man.
Dang, I thought he only won it twice. I don't remember the 3rd time. Okay. Dang. And he was known as the from '05 to '07 in Wrestling Observer newsletter as the most underrated wrestler.
Good. He deserved it.
Yeah, I mean, with those kind of credentials, I mean, the only thing that would probably hurt his stock a little bit was he was never a top brand champion. But
Yeah, that he is. All. Don't forget, he is also a black man in the WWE. So
true.
that's kind of the thing. You're not
Yeah,
going to get so many chances to do that unless you're The Rock. You
yeah.
can't really help but do it.
And he's the closest. That's the thing, dude. The Rock may be the closest that we get to a black main brand champion in
Oh
the
God, yeah,
WWE. Even though
yeah.
he's
See, they would have let Booker T do it.
yeah Booker T.
They gave him. They wouldn't even give him back the championship he never lost
Mhm.
in the first place. After they just given it to your boy,
But
Triple H,
all
wrestler
Booker T has ever been is world heavyweight champion and WCW champion. He was never
Yep.
WWE
They wouldn't let him have it.
champion. So
Wouldn't let him have it.
and I figured either him or Mark Henry would have had a good chance, but
They only let them get world heavyweight. You can't. You aren't allowed to be WWE champion.
yeah,
Might badly.
it just oh man. They really need to rectify that. They really need to something's got to give, bro, because it should be no excuse in the history of WWE/WWF
Got two.
that there wasn't a black WWE WWF champion. That's just ridiculous.
It's The Rock is it. Oh, and Tony Atlas? No.
No, Tony Atlas, I believe.
He was AW. No, not AWA.
I think he was
WA. No.
NWA.
I know Ron
Checking
Simmons
now.
was NWA.
Yeah, Ron Simmons was the first black NWA champion.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought Tony Atlas won a world championship.
So he was only a tag team champion with Rocky Johnson in the WWF.
Right. Then The Rock is it then.
And he was Hall of Fame class of '06.
Yeah.
But
He's a crazy.
But yeah. Dang. And he was an AWF North American Heavyweight Champion.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. That must have been.
But yeah, they need to fix that.
It's
Okay.
gross.
Back on topic here. Aiden English tried to present One Night in Milwaukee his way, but
Ruined.
got hacked. We know what really happened. He tried to hit on Lana. Shut
Lame.
down.
Looks so stupid.
Yeah. But I don't know. You think we've seen the last of that rivalry?
After that petered out ending, I hope so. But
yeah.
I mean, it's not going to be. I wish it was over.
Yeah.
After that was embarrassing.
Yeah.
But not in a good way.
But at the end of the day, Lana's still the best, and Lana's still number one.
Yeah. Lana's still the best. Lana's number one.
And then main event, Big Show returned and got demolished by Randy Orton.
Not even okay, and I've heard of the match. People didn't really like that match. I was like, that match was not that bad.
I mean,
up until the end.
You can only expect but so much from a Big Show match.
Yeah, and it was one of the better Big Show matches because usually those are dog shit.
Yeah. But Randy Orton, with that victory, qualifies for the WWE World Cup.
Yes.
So dang, we got. Let's recap this. We got Randy Orton. We got Jeff Hardy. We got John Cena. We got Kurt Angle. So just 4 people so far?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All Americans.
Yes.
What the heck?
And so far it's looking like mid 2000s with John Cena, effing. I mean, I'm surprised. I'll be surprised the Miz isn't involved. Like it's getting real mid 2000s in there, man.
Yeah. And they only even had one qualifier on Raw.
Yeah, they did. I still don't know why that was the main event for SmackDown.
Yeah.
Odd choice.
SmackDown wasn't as bad as Raw, but it was definitely a big step down from the usual SmackDown shows.
You know it.
All right. Mixed match challenge. So, Braun Strowman and Ember Moon, Monster Eclipse, got the victory over Balor and Bayley. B&B.
Mm-hmm.
So they suffer their first loss.
No surprise there.
And AJ Styles and Charlotte Flair, Phenomenal Flair, get the victory over the Fabulous Truth of R-Truth and Carmella. So both of those teams stay undefeated.
Yeah.
Finn Balor gave a good effort against Braun Strowman, but that just wasn't.
He tried it.
Poor Finn Balor.
Right.
And then, I mean, Charlotte and AJ is just too much for R-Truth and Carmella. Just too much. But you got to give it up to R-Truth and Carmella. They're a lot more entertaining now.
True. Oh, yeah, very much so.
But, yeah. That's pretty much it for that.
Well, yeah, not too great.
Alrighty. And of course we know Mickie James is Bobby Lashley's new partner since Sasha's out.
Oh, yeah.
205 Live. So, So we had. Okay, first off, we had the open challenge from Lio Rush.
Yeah.
Lince Dorado accepted that challenge. And then, out of nowhere, here comes Maria and Mike Kanellis. Which, what the heck is Mike Kanellis even doing on 205 Live?
I don't get it.
I didn't even think he was a cruiserweight.
I don't think he is.
Like, what?
I don't think he is.
Let me just check just to make sure. Actually, he is.
Oh yeah.
6'1", 200 pounds. Actually, he is.
Oh, cool. He should have been on there the whole damn time then. What the hell? What the hell am I wasting my damn time with this bullshit?
I honestly didn't think he was a cruiserweight, but okay.
He's on. I thought he was on one of my Canellis.
Fair enough. Well, and it looks like Maria is all healed up, so it's looking like she'll be ready for Evolution.
Mm-hmm. And the Battle Royale they're obviously going to have.
Yeah, that's another thing, too. Like, they got to have some sort of something to get these 50 women involved. And, you know, as we were saying before during the day, they got to have some sort of incentive. Like, winner of the Battle Royal gets a title shot of their respective brand. That's the only thing that I could really see is feasible.
Yeah.
Because it, like...
For nothing.
Playing for, like, a trophy makes no sense.
Super lame.
You know? And then, but see, here's another thing you got to factor in. Depending on who wins. Because I assume the winner of the finals of the Mae Young Classic is in due for a NXT title shot.
You would think.
Well, see, okay, I'm confused now because you got to look at it like this. You know, let's say just offhand, let's say Toni Storm wins the Mae Young Classic. Now, she technically could challenge for either UK Women's Championship or NXT Women's Championship because of the fact that she did previously have a NXT Women's Championship title shot when Shayna Baszler was champion.
Mm.
So,
But they never do that. They never do that. They never bring up stuff. Nobody remembers anything around there.
So yeah, it'll be really interesting to see, even as much as how Evolution will play out, but even afterwards, like what happens.
Yeah.
Because if they still plan on doing the women's tag team division, then they're gonna have to set it up right.
Had to do something.
So just still a lot of unanswered questions. But yeah, Mike Kanellis, Maria Kanellis are on 205 Live.
Nice.
And Tony Nese gets the big victory over former Cruiserweight champion Cedric Alexander. Uh-oh.
So on his tail slide.
Looks like Cedric Alexander might be in the crosshairs of a losing streak.
Looks like he's not going to get his title rematch either.
Wait,
Looking
what?
like no, I mean, he keeps losing.
Oh, yeah.
As crap goes.
But yeah. It was a hurting loss for him. So, dang, that sucks. Only 2 matches.
Mm-hmm.
But
Same.
it was still a good hard hitting match for what it is.
Better.
And that's it for 205 Live.
It's over.
NXT. So, very interesting opening with Tommaso Ciampa, Velveteen Dream, and Nikki Cross.
Mm-hmm. I know what you did.
She did that to, of course, Cassius Ohno as well.
Mm-hmm. Which definitely means they're just messing with us.
Yeah. But hey, Velveteen Dream versus Tommaso Ciampa, I'm looking very forward to.
As you should, because they're going to be good.
Yes, indeed. Great promo sequence for them both. Keith Lee was in action and defeated Kona Reeves. Kona Reeves has not really had much going for him since his big return and repackaging of his persona.
He beat a jobber, and then he turned into the new Tyler Breeze.
Yep. Speaking of which, he's only won just 1 match since that repackaging, hasn't he?
Yep, that jobber match, that's it. That was his first match back. That was it.
I guess, do they just not believe in him, or just?
I don't think they're probably just no space for him at this point.
Guess not.
The thing about everybody they have right now, he would get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah. Because, I mean, he had a little something with EC3. That didn't last. And then had a little something with Keith Lee. That didn't last.
Although that could be ongoing, but yeah, as of now.
Something tells me Keith Lee's going to feud with Lars Sullivan at some point. I mean, 2 big men, you know?
Makes sense.
I could probably see that being how Keith Lee gets his first loss.
Mm-hmm.
Either that, or
Where he
maybe
sends Lars Sullivan on his way.
either that,
Sends him up to the main roster.
or he might get jumped by and feud with Cassius Ohno.
Yeah, he is the new hot shit.
Yep, because I mean he's already showing heel tendencies anyway,
Very much so.
and
He's already been talking shit too. So
yeah, I'm still trying to find out who beat up Aleister Black.
yeah, he'll find out soon.
Yeah,
He's got Nikki.
Nikki knows. She saw the whole thing.
Yeah, he'll be there for her soon. Kate next week.
And then we had a vignette of Shayna Baszler with her promo. Had a little quick interview with Kairi Sane. Dude, they are really like just hitting up the vignette promos for Shayna Baszler.
Yeah, they're going crazy. They're going crazy on the vignettes for everything now.
But it's seriously looking like she may get pushed to win the title back.
Or they could just be positioning her to move along her way to go be with the other horsewomen.
That's true, too. Who knows? She could be the one that comes to Raw and has Ronda Rousey's back as they take on the Bellas.
That'd be interesting. They would kill those two chicks.
That's the only downside about it, because it would be too one-sided.
They would murder them. Like it would be it'd be a snuff film. Like if they came out there, it'd be like, oh god, y'all need to run.
Tag team squash match.
Yeah. Like good lord.
No chance for the Bellas
against those two. Hell no. Unless they literally kick them and then run.
But I mean, they are both former Divas champions.
Yeah, are you putting Divas champions on the same plane as just on the face of it, Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey? Not to mention their MMA background. Oh yeah, they would kill them, bro. they would rip them apart.
Yeah, I'm just joking.
Yeah, I feel like that Nikki Bella and Ronda Rousey match should be real quick too.
You think it'll be a squash match?
It should be, but they're not going to because they definitely want to position her.
I don't know, man. She was the last of the two remaining in the Royal Rumble against Asuka.
I know, which is why I feel like they're definitely going to try to position her. They could position her to give Ronda a showing, or I'd book her to get her fucking ass destroyed.
That was still really shocking to me that she was the last of the two remaining in that Royal Rumble.
So insulting. It was so gross.
I was like, Asuka and Nikki Bella? Really?
If the crowd actually cared about that match, they would have booed.
It should have been something interesting, like Asuka and
anybody else.
Mickie James, Asuka and Kairi Sane, Asuka and Ember Moon. Something interesting.
Yeah, not no damn Nikki Bella half-timer. Barely halftime. Get out of here.
But we did have ourselves one heck of a main event. North American Championship match, triple threat match, where Ricochet was able to successfully retain the North American title against the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne and Adam Cole, baby. And if I remember correctly, I think it was also said that Pete Dunne suffered a severe injury.
Yeah. Yep.
So it looks like it's going to be bad enough to the point where he has to vacate the UK Championship. At least that's the conclusion I'm coming to.
Yeah.
It would be interesting to see who would be in line to go for that. You know.
I think they're going to try to keep it on them just by not mentioning it.
Hmm. You know what
WWE
else?
is yet to officially announce it.
You know what else would be interesting? So you know how in the past the UK title has been defended on NXT UK and NXT.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if the same can be done for the North American title.
That's a good question. That could be the bridging title between the two.
Yeah, why not? Shoot.
Yeah, they got to figure out divisions because they've just kind of fucked themselves with this UK because they've had people who are not from the Brother Strong challenge for it.
Well, here's the thing. This is actually a good transition into the segment. Here's the thing. Look at what you have on NXT for championships. You got the main title, North American title, tag team titles, and women's title. So that's 4. NXT UK, we got the UK Championship. We got the UK Women's Championship. And I'm pretty sure, well, you think there'll be a tag team championship?
I mean, possibly. I would hope so.
Well,
there's always rumors about it. But that's the third tag team division rumor that's been around for forever. So,
well, how about this? Even if they don't have a UK Tag Team Championship belt, that'd be even more incentive for a bigger tag team division across both brands.
You would think so.
Because I mean, think about it. If Mustache Mountain was able to win, which they won on on a UK show or UK, yeah.
Yeah, no, it was the NXT UK show thing.
Yeah. So, honestly, I think best bet in the long run, it looks like potentially either a few or up to half of the titles will be defended across both shows.
They just got to figure it out.
Yeah,
they just got to figure out the division. Like they literally have to figure out what makes people eligible for the UK belt. Is it just being a part of NXT UK? Do you have to sign up for that specially? I don't know.
And that's the other side to this argument as well, because you have two brands. Are they going to make it so that the NXT UK title is only defended on the NXT UK brand, and the North American one only on the regular NXT?
Yeah.
Because it sounds like the NXT UK Championship is the main title of NXT UK.
Yeah.
So, dang, you pose a good argument, bro.
It messes with stuff.
Okay, let's do some role playing here. If you had both brands in your possession, what would you do?
What I would do?
What would you do?
I would make I would honestly, because I'm a person who likes Attitude Era, I would keep I would treat the UK belts as, I don't want to say the European title because, excuse me, disrespectful, but I like the UK belt.
Yeah.
Like I think having 4 belts it's just fine, or 5 belts altogether, right? So 3 singles men titles to delineate between the different tiers. You have the main event, you have mid card, you have the opening situation, right?
Yeah.
And you can kind of switch that. You can have them interact however you want to. Then you would have the women's title, of course, women's tag team title, and also a men's tag team title. And that's all I would need. I'd be fine. I'd be straight cool with that. That's a perfect scenario for me.
I see.
Because I want to be able to, because to me, titles are important to signify who's the best of that division, right? Like if in this example, if I had like an Al Snow, and him and the Job Squad were starting my shows. They were opening the shows and stuff like that. I would see like, okay, this dude is starting off my shows. He's obviously making money for
Mm-hmm.
me. I need to position him. I can either position him with the European title
Mm-hmm.
or include him in the tag team title situation.
I see.
That's where he would be at. He wouldn't be an Intercontinental Champion because that's not what his whole deal is, right? I'm not putting the Intercontinental Championship as the opening match unless it's like a special grudge match or something.
Mm-hmm. I see. And you know what's even more interesting though, looking at this? The ladies of NXT UK. Like I don't know if they've have a lot established, but I would think a good number of the folks that were in the Mae Young Classic have got to be on this brand because, I mean, you look at who they have: Toni Storm, Jenny, Tegan Knox, Isla Dawn, Zaya Brookside.
Yeah.
All European. European, Australian, Rhea Ripley, and she's the UK Women's Champ.
Yes, she is.
So I think they're doing this because I really feel like truthfully in my heart, they're doing this now because I think they have the room to do it.
Oh yeah, because they do, and also they want to take care of the UK market. They're trying to get emerging markets so bad.
Right. The only other thing is that I just wonder about is I don't know if like there's gonna be like, certain shifting of like roster because I mean like for example Dakota Kai she's New Zealand, she's on NXT, but I wouldn't think that anything like that would change. I just feel like the roster size is big enough where both can be showcased.
Oh yeah.
So, and even on the news cover about NXT UK to stream on WWE Network, Toni Storm and Jenny are both on there.
Oh yeah, they're NXT UK. They've been positioned as that since the get go.
Yeah. So,
they're going to be involved in the match that determines who will be the UK Women's Championship, which might also be where something happens to somebody who's going to be in the finals of.
Well, I think they're definitely going to answer all of that when they, advertising moment, will begin streaming on the WWE Network. NXT UK beginning October 17th. That's Wednesday, October 17th on at 8 p.m. British time, UK time, which is translated into 3 p.m.
Yes.
EST.
Yes, that's awesome.
So
afternoon wrestling, I love it.
So afternoon wrestling. That means I could check that out immediately when I get home from work.
Sure can.
Yeah.
I gotta.
So, wow. So that's gonna be something. Wednesday is gonna be loaded. NXT UK, NXT 205 Live, and the remainder of the Mae Young Classic.
Gonna be good.
So, yeah. Monday is Raw. Tuesday is SmackDown and Mixed Match Challenge. Wednesday is NXT, NXT UK, and 205 Live, and the remainder of the Mae Young Classic.
Yep. A lot of programming.
But it's very exciting. This is very, very exciting. And apparently, you got Nigel McGuinness and Vic Joseph calling the action. You got ring announcer Andy Shepherd and NXT UK general manager Johnny Saint. So they're really
should be interesting commentary if you got the general manager on the friggin' commentary.
And you even got a lot of people noted 1 hour episodes, Pete Dunne, Mark Andrews, Rhea Ripley, Tony Storm, Tyler Bate, Trent Seven, Wolfgang. You know, a lot of different names there.
Guys you've seen on NXT randomly
Yeah.
in the UK tournament.
And you know what would be also would be neat?
What?
Once in a blue moon, like they did like before, like long back in the few earlier seasons of NXT.
Competitions.
I was gonna say an occasional main roster visit from one of the main roster wrestlers to NXT.
That'd be cool.
You know, Dolph Ziggler did it. I think
Cesaro did it.
Cesaro did. I think didn't Randy Orton do it?
I think. Oh, I don't think so. Randy Orton feels like the kind of guy. I don't know if he's showing up to that. You know.
Yeah.
He's kind of a dick.
True.
Notoriously. I can't see him doing any I get like him helping them kind of saying that he was helping Christian during that world heavyweight title thing, but it's just like but it made Christian look horrible. So it was and you were only helping him because he was going to lose no matter what. So you might as well put a nice face on it.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't going to beat you. Vince wasn't going to let that happen.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to happen? He never believed in Christian.
It's unfortunate, but it would be cool to see something like, hey, Becky Lynch makes an appearance on NXT UK.
That'd be cool.
Finn Balor. Just something random like that, or a revisit from a Sasha Banks or a Bayley. Just something like that. Not that they necessarily have to wrestle, but
just watch it. I mean, that I can see happening.
Yeah,
with NXT, regular NXT, they just happen to be around.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but yeah, this is very exciting. Looking forward to seeing some NXT UK on the WWE Network.
Oh
yeah. Excuse me, had to sneeze. Okay. So, gonna switch gears to New Japan Pro Wrestling. So, a couple of things. So, we know now the new member of LIJ, Los Ingobernables de Japón, is Shingo Takagi, originally from Dragon Gate. You don't sound excited, but it's okay.
I didn't actually see it, but I like LIJ. They're the shit.
Yeah. Definitely not my first choice. Not who I expected.
I had heard a rumor about it, and it totally makes sense to me with the reason why they gave.
But I mean, hey, it's interesting. It's really interesting, and it looks like he potentially may be Bushi's partner for the Super Junior tag team tournament.
Ah, nice.
Which that's interesting, cause I mean, Shingo weighs 212 pounds.
Doesn't really scream Junior.
I don't get that. I don't know. Whatever. I mean, they gotta give him something to do. Now that he's part of LIJ. But was able to get the victory in his debut tag team match where he teamed up with Naito, Sonata, and Bushi. So hey, gotta love it, right? And they took out Chaos.
Yeah, well, everybody takes out Chaos.
And right now, Chaos is looking extremely weak.
Yes, it is.
And in a big surprising return, not sure why Evil was the victim, but Chris Jericho.
Yeah, he's been doing that since like for a while now. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, but it's interesting. It's like, first was Kenny Omega, then Naito, now Evil. Like, I don't get the trend here.
It doesn't really make a lot of sense.
I wonder when he's going to finally defend that Intercontinental title.
Right?
Things like sitting around his waist collecting sweat and dust.
It's ridiculous.
But who knows? Maybe that'll be incentive for Evil to get a title shot. I don't know. But yeah, that happened, and apparently, so GOWGO, GOWGO, and Switchblade Jay White are now officially members of the Bullet Club OGs.
That's so stupid.
So they are now paired up with the Tongans.
Oh, God.
And Taiji Ishimori, Bone Soldier.
What was the point of all that?
Like, I have mixed feelings about this.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I get, now Chaos looks very weak. Don't get me wrong. But dang, like, they are with Bullet Club OGs now? Like, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, right. It doesn't really make any sense to me.
I mean, honestly, my whole thing was either Jay White, being established as a, as a loner, really, really, really strong heel, or him rebranding Chaos as his own. That's really the only things that I was kind of picturing in my mind of happening. Not him joining the Bullet Club.
No, not even.
Especially after Kenny Omega tried to recruit him in the first place.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, this is interesting now. And not only that, GOWGO and GOWGO are with the Bullet Club. Weird. Yeah.
So
I'm gonna just leave it at that. Had a really, really great triple threat match for the IWGP heavyweight title.
nice.
Kota Ibushi, the American Nightmare Cody, and Kenny Omega. Great match. Kenny Omega retains. And of course we had a little ending there with Tanahashi and Kenny Omega, which Tanahashi got a victory over Switchblade Jay White that evening. But just, man, poor Okada. He has not been the same since losing the IWGP Heavyweight title.
Nope. He has not. Man, hot garbage.
Yeah. Oh, man. Some very interesting turn of events. And of course, looking at ROH, I mean, they just recently had Death Before Dishonor. Jeff Cobb is new ROH television champion now that Punishment Martinez has relinquished the belt, and he will be coming to WWE
NXT.
Don't really know how that's going to turn out, but
Should be interesting.
Yeah. Ooh. Nah. I was about to say something, but nah.
Yeah.
I'll wait until after the show. Uh, let's see. That's all I really have. Is there anything you want to add
Not that I can think of.
that you can think of? Okay. Um. Alrighty. So that will do it for this episode of the Team GOWGO Wrestling Podcast. Thank y'all so much for checking us out. And we hope you will continue to check us out. We usually do this every Thursday evening. So, you want that good, juicy wrestling news and recaps and what our thoughts are about the craziness going on in the WWE, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and many other promotions? Check us out.
Yeah.
Anyway, for Hollywood Cinema and Blitzball Champ, this is the Team GOWGO Wrestling Podcast. We are out of here. Check y'all next time.
See ya.